Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello there.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello.
How can I see the other people?
When they come,
Good morning. Good to see all of you.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning and good to see all of you.
Good morning, Sujatha ji.
Hi. Hello, Peter.
Good morning. Hello. How are you? Good to see you all.
See you.
Happy Yoga Day to all.
Happy International Yoga Day to all of you.
Yes.
Good to see all of you here from all over the world. I can see someone from Turkey. Can you raise your hands? Where are you? Somebody, Mesun? Mesun is from Turkey. See somebody else. Ravinder from India. Badam from India. And I'm expecting some more from Australia and other parts of the world. Thank you very much, all of you, to be here. Today is International Yoga Day and is being hosted by The Mentoring. I'm Sujatha Thaladi, CEO, founder, director of The Mentoring, with my colleague Sangeetha, who is accessing the controls for the session. The Mentoring is a registered mentoring charity based in Cardiff, Wales. Do you want to play the video, Sangeetha, please?
Yes.
So I don't have to say more details. We can have a look. Thank you. That's about our charity. The charity focuses on providing bespoke mentoring, support, and guidance to people of all backgrounds, helping them to overcome significant barriers to social inclusion. We have amazing mentors and partner organization who are helping us to support our vision. What we do is we use mentoring as an intervention tool to support individuals in the areas of, as you have seen, education, employment, health, community cohesion on a case-by-case basis. The theme for International Yoga Day this year, 2021, is Yoga at Home and Yoga with Family. That's the reason why we thought it's appropriate to have it online due to lockdown. We would like to thank our referral partners for yoga sessions and other mentoring activities that we hold. Aurav Disha, if there is somebody representing, please raise your hands. Bangladesh Women's Association, Bhaktidam Wales, Carers Cube, Kites High School, Diabetes Cymru, Hindu Cultural Association, Rekha Natya Academy, Shalom Fitness Group, Sikh Gurudwara Cardiff, South Asian Heritage Month, Telugu Association Wales, Cardiff and Vale University Health Board Podiatry Services. Before we start, I would like to mention that it's been a very tough year and a half for all of us due to the pandemic. And the pandemic has tragically taken the lives of most of our loved ones, family members, friends, neighbors, colleagues, leading to a lot of grief. This health crisis is impacting so many of us. Now, please drop a message in the chat where you're logging from, which country and place, so that would help us to know how many people are coming from different parts of the country to support us on this day. We would love to hear that from you. Thank you. If this is your first time doing yoga, welcome. If you've been practicing yoga for years, welcome. You haven't done yoga before, you have nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be scared of. We're not going to ask you to perform any yoga asanas today. You can just watch us, get inspired, and you can practice if you want to. We have approximately 31 people today here live, and people are joining. I am a trained yoga tutor from a land of yoga, India, under the guidance of Guru Dr. C.V. Rao of Kapila Maharshi Research for Resources based in Hyderabad, India. Let me share my journey, how it was with yoga. When I was 16, my dad asked me to attend yoga class. Initially I didn't like it. I would rather say I hated it because I had to get up early in the morning to join the class at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's not that I didn't like yoga. I didn't like the fact that I had to get up early in the morning at that age. Who likes to get up so early in the morning for yoga when you're 16 years old? In any case, I started practicing yoga from that age, and I could really see the small changes that it brought along. As a teenager, when I was practicing on a regular basis, we all experience changes in our body and our surroundings, our teenage friends, peer pressure, and we react to the slightest changes. And thankfully, with yoga, I was able to control how I reacted to those situations. Since then, yoga has become part of my daily chores, and my friends, when I was a teenager, used to say, "How are you so composed?" And I never knew that yoga was doing me such kind of, benefits to me. So something I learned from a young age about yoga is that it is not only beneficial for the body, but also for the mind. Yoga is not just about flexibility. That's what people think, and they get intimidated, but also about mental and emotional well-being. In order to reap the benefits of yoga, one must make yoga a daily habit. Some are independent and like to achieve this daily habit on their own. Some require motivation, so they join a yoga class or ask a friend to come along. Timing is very important. The first thing in the morning is the best for yoga, or last thing, depending on what sort of asanas or yoga you would like to do. Yoga doesn't require a lot of space or equipment. It's so easy. You just need a small space to practice yoga. Often people sleep on their bed, work on their bed, or eat on their bed. This has become more a norm during the pandemic and lockdown due to space or due to working from home. Whatever the reason, studies have shown that this causes sluggishness and your mind gets into confusion. Place, best is to dedicate a corner of your house, a home, or room just for yoga and decorate your space with nature. It could be a plant like that, or a potted plant, or a candle. I usually use candle, but today I haven't. I thought I may have any kind of accident or something. So get into a comfort place, wherever it is, outside or inside your home, as long as you're comfortable. So breathing, I envision breathing as inhale positivity and exhale negativity. Our breath is so connected to our emotions. When we are happy, our breathing pattern changes. When you're sad, your breathing pattern changes. When you're tired, your breathing pattern changes. When you're feeling stress, it changes. So through yoga, we align our body and mind. We learn to navigate our breath, and we learn to navigate our life and emotions. The COVID-19 pandemic and accompanying lockdown measures have turned work-life upside down, the work-life balance upside down. Restrictions across the globe have resulted in being confined to at home, not being able to travel, not being able to meet your loved ones. And this has put enormous pressure on people's physical, mental, and emotional well-being, pressures on relationships, while gyms and yoga studios were forced to shut down. No shopping center for shopping or just window shopping, So it was initially very strange for us to be seated in front of a computer or a mobile or a laptop and performing yoga to teach our participants from a distance. But we received so many messages from our participants who were active with our yoga classes, thanking us for our interesting and informative online sessions too. The yoga classes have been running online for almost a year, and many of you who are here have been with us for over a year. Thank you very much. Someone had attended over the last year as well, International Yoga 2020. Thank you for supporting us. It's not about yoga classes being online, but bring the community together, the whole world together, that too with a bigger purpose to fight this pandemic. May I now welcome our keynote speaker, High Sheriff of South Glamorgan. High Sheriff Peter Richard Dewey was born in Cardiff, educated in Penarth, Taunton, and University of Wales Institute of Science and Technology in Cardiff. Peter obtained with a degree in economics and pursued a career as a chartered accountant, qualifying in the year 1982. He in the accountancy profession, specializing in business recovery before moving into industry, while setting up his own accountancy practice. In 1992, with partners, he acquired the Bear Hotel in Cowbridge, and since then has extended his interest in the hospitality sector with business running hotels and restaurants in Southeast Wales. Peter has continued to practice as a chartered accountant and is also a partner in his national insolvency firm, Begbie's Trainer LLP. Married to Julia with 4 children and 4 grandchildren, Peter has lived in Glamorgan all his life and takes great interest in matters that affect the county. Outside his work, Peter pursues many interests, including sports, literature, and a wide variety of music. Today is supposed to be a World Music Day as well. So Peter is a lifelong and long-suffering supporter of Cardiff City. Over to you, High Sheriff Peter Dewey.
Thank you, Sujatha. Hello, everybody, and welcome to International Day of Yoga. As Sujatha said, I'm Peter Dewey, High Sheriff of South Glamorgan. I was kindly asked to open the event participating this day and to say a few words of greeting, but I'd like to start by saying a few words about the office of High Sheriff. It's the oldest secular position in the United Kingdom and has existed for at least 1,000 years. It's a personal, voluntary, non-political appointment by the Queen. I'm in post for 1 year, during which my principal role is supporting the Crown's interests in law and order, which in normal circumstances would mean meeting with a lot of judges, liaising with the police and emergency services and other agencies involved with crime prevention, particularly amongst younger people. Additionally, sheriffs play an increasingly active role in promoting a wide range of voluntary work within their communities, together with encouraging and participating in projects designed to reduce crime. Many high sheriffs, including myself, give their own personal awards to individuals who are often unsung heroes within small voluntary groups who have made an outstanding contribution in some way. Unfortunately, in the current time of limitations on social mobility, I've not been able to get out and about as much as I would have liked, and have, like so many of us, been forced to carry out my duties by virtual means. However, there are obvious benefits to the wide use of virtual meeting technology, and it's good to see so many people here and from so many different places. It's a truly international gathering. Today, we are celebrating the positive impact that practicing yoga and meditation can have on our physical and mental well-being. I hadn't realized before speaking to friends and family ahead of this event just how many forms these mindful activities can take. For me, walking outside, reading a book, listening to music, or even just taking a deep breath all help to still my mind and stay in the present moment. Yoga and meditation truly is for everybody. They have the power to create real change in people and communities. Mentoring use these practices to help meet their aim of social cohesion as they bring connection and inclusion. After the extraordinary circumstances of the last 18 months, it is more important than ever to encourage self-care, resilience, and connection. It seems to me that the world could do with more reflection and wellness, both in body and spirit. On that note, I'm sure you'll have a great day and will enjoy this event. I'm really looking forward to joining in today's program to learn and experience more aspects of yoga and meditation. Thank you. Back to you, Sujatha.
Thank you, High Sheriff Peter. That was very good. Good of you to come over and then open this session. We will love to meet you in person soon, hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's interesting that you've got interest developed, or you may develop interest in yoga. You said you've never tried yoga, so we're blessed to see you doing a couple of yoga poses, if not today, some other time. We now have John Gamblin, who is one of our founders and board of director of the mentoring. John is now living in Cornwall, but still closely involved with the charity. John has unfortunately lost 3 friends during the pandemic, which no doubt has been very challenging to John. Over to you, John, to share your experiences with yoga. You're muted. You have to unmute. Yeah.
Yep, thanks, Suji. That's very good of you. And thank you, Peter. That was quite an eye-opener for me. I didn't realise the High Sheriff had such a stressful job. But just a few words from me, which Sangeetha's asked me to say just for a few minutes about my experiences. I can tell you in 2001, I started a new job with the NHS as a program manager, which was pretty stressful, mainly desk-based, and as a result, I put a lot of weight on. Putting weight on put pressure on my back. Stress is also an issue. So after a few months, my disc went in my back, a slip disc, which led to paralysis for a few days, which was very frightening. And I was actually off work for well over 8 weeks, which was mentally taxing as well. I'd had a pretty good chiropractor at the time while I was recovering. Although that led to short-term relief, it didn't really work for much longer than a week or so. He suggested yoga, so I started looking around for some one-to-one tuition, because I always assumed yoga was for ladies in leotards in sports centres who got together for coffee mornings rather than exercise. Anyway, having looked around when I was living in Cardiff then, I came across Sujatha, who kindly took me under her wing. And I must say she quickly sorted me out after many months off work. She analysed the problem. She actually led me gently into yoga, taught me the asanas, obviously the exercises, but more importantly, the benefits of breathing, diet, and stretching. And I practiced with Sujatha on a one-to-one basis for over 8 years on a weekly basis. And she very quickly built my confidence up and my core strength. And I must say, yoga's changed my life in many ways, and certainly gave me a completely different perspective on the pressured job I was doing. Sort of juggling about 40 different NHS projects at the time. So I would recommend anybody to take yoga for stress release as well as for your own day-to-day well-being. I can't really say much more than that, but I just will add that I do practice yoga regularly, not daily as I used to do under Sujatha's tutelage, but it does keep me topped up probably once a week, and I will consider it, well, I will do it for the rest of my life, which is slowly disappearing at 75 years of age nearly. So welcome to everybody. Hope you enjoy these sessions, and thank you TMR for putting this day on. Thank you, Sujatha.
Thank you, John. That was really inspiring to hear from you. We will now have Sangeetha to demonstrate a few mudras. Mudras is also known as yoga for fingers. We have about 4,000 nerve endings at the tips of our fingers. This is what makes mudras so effective, because the nerve endings are connected with organs. Like the universe, the human body is made up of 5 elements. In this case of the hand, the thumb representing the fire or sun, the index finger, the air or wind, the middle finger, the sky or space, ring finger, the earth, and the small finger, water. We'll now demonstrate 2 of the many mudras. Dhyana Mudra. This mudra is achieved by joining the tips of the index fingers with the tips of the thumb. You can practice this by sitting, standing, or lying on bed whenever or wherever you have time. The benefits of Dhyana Mudra: it can increase memory, intellectual power, calming your anger, and giving relief from headaches and migraines. There is no time duration for this mudra. The tip of thumb has centers of pituitary and endocrine glands. When we press these centers by index finger, the 2 glands work actively. Moving on to the next mudra, it's called the Good Night Mudra. Clasp your hand tightly, interlocking the fingers. Then, with the fingers of the left hand, press on the back of the right hand and vice versa. You can repeat this 27 times. Hold the mudra for 3 minutes minimum, and practice it daily for 3 minutes for best results. By practicing this for 3 days, this mudra cures insomnia and can lead to sound sleep and no bad dreams. The body will rest easily and comfortably. Thank you, Sangeetha.
Thank you.
We will now have a demonstration of the breathing postures by Sujatha. We will start off with chanting Om. Sit in Padmasana or any comfortable sitting pose, or on a chair with spine, head and shoulders erect. Join your index fingers to the tip of the thumb and place on your knees. Close your eyes. Inhale slowly and deeply. Exhale slowly and chant Om. When you chant Om, a vibration sound felt through your vocal cord that clears and opens up the sinuses. Chanting Om also has cardiovascular benefits. It reduces stress and relaxes your body, that brings down the blood pressure on the normal level and the heart beats with a regular rhythm. We will now move on to the next breathing posture, which is called Anuloma Viloma. We will sit in Padmasana or any comfortable sitting pose or on a chair with our spine, head and shoulders erect. Place left hand in Dhyana Mudra, which is the tip of index finger and the tip of the thumb. Keep the right hand with Nasika Mudra, which is the index and middle fingers are folded and the thumb, ring and little fingers are kept extended. With the right thumb, close the right nostril. Inhale deeply through the left nostril. And then forcefully exhale through the right nostril. This is called Anuloma. Repeat this 3 times, which is with the right thumb, close the right nostril. Inhale deeply through the left nostril and forcefully exhale through the right. Then we will move on to Viloma. With the right and with the ring and little fingers, close the left nostril. Inhale deeply through the right nostril and forcefully exhale through the left. Again, we can repeat this 3 times. The benefits of Anuloma Viloma is that it cleanses the nasal passage. It helps alleviate depression, makes the mind more alert, and removes any dullness and lethargy. Moving on to the final breathing posture. This is called Bhramari or bee breath. Seated in any comfortable position, lengthen your spine and close your eyes. Bring your hands near your face. Place the thumbs covering the ears, blocking the sound, and place your index finger on forehead, middle finger above your eyes, ring finger on nose, and little finger on upper lips. Inhale slowly and into your belly. Exhale through your nose while making a long humming sound with your throat. Rest for a minute and then continue inhaling slowly and exhaling while humming. The longer you do the Brahmari or bee breath, the more beneficial it will be. It reduces blood pressure, stimulates thyroid, pineal, and pituitary glands, calms the mind, and relieves stress and anger.
Thank you, Karishma. I'm going to now demonstrate my favorite, which is very good for those who've got diabetes. This is called Trikonasana. So you stretch your legs as far apart as possible. Bring your hands up parallel to your legs, and then turn your right leg and let your right hand pass through your right leg whilst the left hand goes above your shoulder, and look at your palm. Then repeat it the other side. Turn. This is a very good exercise for those who got diabetes because it will try to massage the internal organs like kidneys, digestive system, and liver, pancreas. So thank you very much, and we would like to have Karishma here. He's going to demonstrate very. That's Karishma, and she's going to demonstrate a wheel pose. So lie down, and you can do it instead of. Reach your arms up with an inhale. Place your palms next to your head, fingers pointing towards your shoulders. Keep your forearm parallel. Press your hands and feet into the floor with the exhale and very gently rest on the top of your head. And pause. There we are. I could do that, but I didn't want to take any risk today. And please do not try to do it now because we don't want to risk your back today. Straighten your arms and legs if you can. On your next exhalation, press your chest forward. Let your head hang. Hold the pose and breathe normally. And that's the wheel pose. It stretches spine and chest and stimulates respiratory, digestive, and cardiovascular systems. Gives vitality and energy.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Karishma and Sujatha. That really goes well with our theme, yoga with family, especially during this lockdown.
Should we have we now have video. Sudhir Sarnobat. Is Sudhir here? Sudhir is a retired GP and a yoga enthusiastic. Over to you, Sudhir. Sudhir is now going to perform warrior pose. I think we've got some problem with the voiceover, so I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to give the voiceover for the video. This is warrior pose, also Anjaneya pose. So put the hands parallel to the legs. Bring the left hand closer to the right hand. Yes. Sorry about the video. I think we've got some. Yes. And that is the right pose for the warrior pose. And when you're ready, lift both the hands up and inhale, and you can look up. Inhale. You can stay as long as possible, and when you're ready, you can put the hand down with an exhale. You can repeat to the other hand. And next one is eagle pose. Stand on your feet together and bend your knees slightly. You can cross your legs, but raise your arms to the shoulders. Cross your right arm under your left arm. Bend your elbows and bring your palms to touch. Gaze at one point ahead of you. Hold the pose and take slow, deep breaths. This improves coordination and balance. It also strengthens legs, stretches shoulders and upper back. It's called eagle pose. Garudasana, that's what we say in Sanskrit. That is Sudhir Sarnobat. He's been regular for over a year with us, and thank you very much for sharing this video, Sudhirji. May I now request Bhunesh? Is Bhunesh here? Thank you, Bhunesh. You've been here. What are you going to do today? Okay, I can't hear you.
She's on mute.
I'm doing some arthritis exercises today.
Okay, arthritis. Yeah. Fine. You want to mute yourself? Now I think we have. So sit down in a comfortable position with your spine straight. Stretch the arms out in front of you. Keep it at shoulder distance. Exhale and close the fingers, first bringing the thumb in. Then rotate both the wrists clockwise 5 times and later on anti-clockwise 5 times. You feel the stretch around the wrists in wrist joint rotation. That is called Mani Bandha Chakrasana in Sanskrit. Wrist joint rotation is very good for arthritis, those who've got arthritis. So benefits are it releases the excess gas around the wrist and elbow joints. It keeps the wrist strong and light and improves the strength and the flexibility of the wrist and the forearm. It's good for arthritis of the wrist joints. Thank you, Bhunesh. You wanted to do bridge pose as well? Are you ready? Yeah. Thank you. The bridge pose in Sanskrit, it is called Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. You can lie on your back with knees bent, soles of your feet on the ground and knees to the ceiling. Place your feet parallel to each other with heels right under your knees. Place your arms by your sides, palms face down. On an exhale, press your feet firmly into the ground. Lift your tailbone off the ground. And then lower back, then mid back. Press your knees forward away from your hips. Lift your chest forward, your chin, and your chin away from your chest. Keep your thighs parallel, gently hugging the inner knees towards each other. Hold up for about a minute, but it's up to you, Bhunesh, how long you can. To release, gently lower your hips back down to the ground. The benefits of this is It will strengthen. Hip strength is important in individuals with knee arthritis because it decreases the workload on the quadriceps and places less force on the knee. So bridge pose is an excellent way to strengthen the hip extensors in a moderate weight-bearing position without extending the joint. The bridge pose also strengthens the knee flexors and core and stretches the hip flexor. Thank you very much, Bhunesh. We really appreciate that. And Bhunesh has been very regular, not only weekly classes with ourselves, but also every day, Monday to Friday. Thank you, Bhunesh, for joining us. And is Ruby here? Is Ruby? Hi, Ruby.
Hi.
Ruby, you said you're going to do Balasana, which is a child pose. It's a very easy pose and very relaxing. So sit on your heels on a yoga mat or floor. Either keep your knees together or apart depending on how flexible your body is. Slowly bend forward by lowering your forehead to touch the floor. Exhaling as you do so. Reach out your arms towards the front of the yoga mat or floor, palms placed facing down on the mat. As you inhale, imagine your breath is being driven through your navel and pull your navel towards your spine. As you exhale, soften your body and the arms. You can repeat 4 to 5 or 12 breaths, but today we will do a couple of them as Ruby is doing. Then place your arms up under the shoulders and gradually raise your upper body to return to the sitting position on the heels. While inhaling, do this very slowly as if uncurling the spine. And it's very relaxing. It's called child's pose basically because it helps relieve fatigue. This is a resting pose and it helps relax the body and is great pose to ease anxiety and stress. You can actually go into a meditation or sleeping mode with this. The regulated breathing helps restore you to a state of calmness. So being curled up makes one aware of the breathing pattern. It focuses on breathing, helps relaxing the mind. This also helps lengthen and stretch out the spine. It also gently stretches the ankles, hips, and shoulders. It takes the weight off your spine, basically. So that's called stretching the spine, and it also helps ease neck and back pain.
Thank you, Ruby, and thank you, Sujatha. It looks so simple, but it's very efficient and very, very useful and very important for us.
Thank you.
I would now like to invite Vivek and Mercy to demonstrate Surya Namaskara or the Sun Salutation. Okay, when you're ready. Surya Namaskara is contains 12 postures put together, and it's very effective. It's a whole body exercise. We will start off with standing straight. Join both your hands in Hridaya Namaskara posture and inhale. Step 1. While exhaling, stretch your hands from inside, keeping them a little apart. This is called Pranasana. Step 2, Urdhva Hastasana. Raise both the hands up, stretch the arms, and arch the body backwards from the waist as much as possible. Step 3, Pada Hastasana. Bend your body slightly above the ankles while exhaling and take your head close to your knees. Step 4, Ashvasanchalasana. Fold your left knee. Stretch your right leg backward without touching the ground with the knee. Step 5, Parvatasana or mountain pose. Now lift your body with both feet, hands firmly on the ground. Your head should go down deeper in than the hands. Hold the breath for a while. Step 6, Ashtanga Namaskara. Now come out of the reverse V or mountain pose. While exhaling, touch the ground with knees, then sitting back on their feet, touch the ground with your forehead, chin, chest, knees, and toes. Have normal breath here. Step 7, Sarpasana. Now lift your knees and resting on your palms, raise the upper body. While inhaling, your head should be tucked, looking up. Step 8, Parvatasana, back to mountain pose. Step 9, back to Ashwasanchalasana, which is fold your right leg knee and stretch your left leg back. Step 10, Padahastasana. Step 11, Urdhvahastasana. Now lift both your hands up, looking upwards. And then step 12, Bhaskarasana. Return to starting position while exhaling. This completes only half of the Surya Namaskara. You may repeat with the other leg to complete the first cycle. Thank you, Vivek and Mercy.
Shall I complete this? Okay.
You may complete it if you like.
Okay.
You have to do the other side, right? You want to do it? Vivek, continue.
Step 1, Samarpanasana. While exhaling, stretch your hands from inside and keeping them a little apart. Step 2, Urdhvahastasana. Raise both the hands up and stretch the arms. Step 3, Padahastasana. Bend your body slightly above the ankles while exhaling and take your head close to your knee. Step 4, Ashwasanchalasana. Fold your right knee, stretch your left leg backward without touching the ground with the knee. Step 5, Parvatasana, mountain pose. Step 6, Ashtanga Namaskara Asana. Touch the chin, chest, knees, and toes to the ground. Have normal breath here. Step 7, Sarpanasana. Now lift your knees and resting on your palms, raise the upper body while inhaling. Your head should be kept looking up. Step 8, Parvatasana, mountain pose. Step 9, Ashwasanchalasana. Fold your left leg knee and stretch your right leg back. Step 10, Padahastasana. Step 11, Urdhvahastasana. Lift both your hands up, looking upwards. And in step 12, back to starting position while exhaling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vivek and Mercy. All of those who have performed have been learning for over a year with us. Thank you very much for giving your demonstration and being here. May I now request Tiny Randhawa, please, to share your experiences. Is Tiny here? Hi. I think you have to unmute yourself, Tiny.
Hello,
Hi, we can hear you.
can you hear me? Yes. Chalo. Good morning, Namaskar, and Sat Shri Akal to everybody. It's lovely to see everyone. Yes, my experience of yoga is I learned the yoga when I was in India, in my school time and in my college time. So then I got married and I did not give much attention to my yoga. What happened, and my children were only young and I had a back problem. So then I realized I should go back to my yoga and start practicing it, which benefited me in a great. So now I tell everybody that if you stand on your tiptoes, take a long deep breath in, and you feel relaxed, and that is what yoga is to me. So in yoga also means a unity of the body, breath, and mind. By uniting three, it prevents from many illnesses. We all know healthy body, healthy mind, and the asanas exercises help us to maintain the muscle strength. Breathing exercises brings a supply to the supply in the oxygen fresh blood, and which strengthens and calms the mind. So therefore I would say to everybody, you must practice yoga. It helps you in many ways, dealing with your daily life, and it prevents you from stress, so many illnesses, for example, arthritis, depression, and you can carry on with all these diseases and illnesses. So it helps you in many ways. So this is my experience on the whole. Yeah. So about the event, it's wonderful and it was enjoyable. So I wish everybody happy, joyful, peaceful Yoga Day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tiny. Tiny Randhawa has been teaching at Sikh Gurudwara Cardiff for many years, yoga on a voluntary basis, and the benefits we have heard from Tiny. Thank you very much, Tiny.
Thank you, Sujatha.
Thank you each and everyone once again who joined us today. The mentoring organizes the activities. Could I have the activities, please, Sangeetha, what we do? Following activities every day. Please feel free to attend any of these sessions. It's free, and currently we are doing all this online. This week we have, do you want to display whatever we have this week, Sangeetha, please? So that is, we have got this session, career and professional development session, every third Monday of every month. So we have this today. Malini Rajkumar is going to do from 5 to 6 p.m. today. And next week is, we have got community engagement session with the Home Office on 24th Thursday, 11 to 12. And the next one is, next week is Pulmonary Rehab Week. That is from today onwards. It's a Pulmonary Rehab Week. Is Devi here? Devi Perumal is going to demonstrate.
Hi, everyone.
Devi Perumal is going to demonstrate or do these sessions on the following days. As you can see, 22nd, that's tomorrow, 24th and 25th. So if you're interested, you can join or you can ask us the details.
Very good.
That is that, and yoga is every day in the mornings from 9:45 to 10:30, on a Saturday 10 to 11. So all I want is, we've got donate button as well as the contact details here. So if you would like to donate, you can donate. And if you want to contact us, you can contact us. So all I want to say is wake up feeling energized every day, spend more time with your family and friends and people who matter. Build a tribe of fans, who you want to serve or deeply connect with. and go to sleep with a smile on your face because you've done something meaningful, something which you liked, and you live with your passion. Stay positive, stay safe, stay strong, and see you all. Thank you very much for joining us. Goodbye.